What we just learned could have huge effects on the Rockets' future as a new medical update has just been announced for Kevin Durant. And there's a lot of questions as to how severe this injury is. And if you want answers, stay tuned for this video of Rockets Digest. We have the full report right here for you guys on the channel. And thank you so much for joining us. We're trying to get to 4,500 subscribers by the end of the week. We're currently at 4,327. So for those of you subscribed, we appreciate you. We're glad you've joined us again. And for those of you not subscribed, go ahead, hit that button below. This is completely free content for Rockets fans. Now, we have a major update today as Kevin Durant has underwent a minor thumb surgery. And a lot of Rockets fans are concerned, whether or not this is his shooting hand, whether or not this is going to keep him out for a long period of time. And so, what does that report say? What did the Rockets front office say about that? And quite frankly, there was not much uh, cause for panic when it came to this injury. They did know about it. However, there was again no reason for them to not sign KD, as Paper City did report this right here, saying, quote, a source tells Paper City that Rockets leadership did not give it a second thought after the team's doctors looked at x-rays of the thumb. Durant is expected to be ready to go when the Rockets need him in games that count. So, this is great news for Rockets fans. This is an injury that, yes, is something that he was going through last season. However, it should not affect his ability to play for the 2025-2026 NBA season. Of course, Kevin Durant was just traded to the team about a few weeks ago now, and there's a lot of talk of him, leading this team to a championship. And so, rightfully so, Rockets fans were curious as to whether or not this was going to deter him in that. And so, front office can assure you, this report can assure that this is something that is very, very minor. It was a surgery that was necessary just to make sure that it was all fully prepared and there was going to be no further issues. So overall, a good thing when you think about it in terms of Kevin Durant, of making sure that his body is as healthy as it possibly can be heading into this championship caliber season with an upgraded roster. Jabari Smith Jr., Amen Thompson, Alperen Şengün, Dorian Finney-Smith being added to the mix. And so it's all good to see these things pan out. Now, there are some more details about this report that I find very, very interesting. And so I'm going to take you to those right now. And so he did have this injury last season, saying, as Chris Baldwin from Paper City says, quote, during last season, Kevin Durant played through a thumb injury on his left non-shooting hand. Key thing, non-shooting hand, at times wearing a thumb brace when off the court. He still ended up shooting, this is crazy, 52.7% from the field, 43% from three, and 83.9% from the free throw line in 62 games played. Now, my initial reaction to all of this is he was able to put up these numbers. And these are numbers that we are accustomed to seeing Kevin Durant, do and make, and it's all still very impressive. But the fact that he was able to do this with a thumb, albeit not on your shooting hand, but still, when you're playing basketball, you're using every single muscle in your body to still make those numbers with the injury to his left thumb is highly impressive. Oh my goodness, is that very, very impressive. And so now my question is, how good, how much better is he going to be once he is fully recovered from this left thumb injury? It's, in my opinion, he has not really, people like to say he's fallen off. Absolutely not. He still has managed to put up fantastic numbers despite this being, what, year 16 in the league, 17? Correct me if I'm wrong. But he has been able to show up and show out everywhere he's gone. And now this injury, it just goes to show you his perseverance all throughout last season, which he did sometimes wear a little bit of a brace during the games. As you see in the intro video, he did have something over his left thumb. Go ahead, check that out to see exactly what that was. And so it was something that, yes, was bothering him, but quite frankly, didn't impact him stat-wise for a majority of the season. He played 62 games. He was still balling out all year, still being KD. And now we have that version of KD, albeit a little bit repaired. And so all that is good news for Rockets fans. And Chris Baldwin went into more details about this injury, saying, quote, the thumb injury and quiet offseason surgery raised no concerns to the Rockets' decision makers, according to a source with knowledge of their thinking. Durant has not been formally introduced by the team yet in the type of press conference that often accompanies such a monumental player acquisition. So I think the implication here is, again, there has not been a formal press conference where, GM Rafael Stone or Ime Udoka sit next to KD and they're talking about that, about the next season. And albeit I could also just that could just be of the reason if Katie doesn't really want to do that. Katie doesn't like to really uh, do those kinds of things all the time, and so that could just be a reason why they don't have it. Completely fair, obviously, but the other implication there is that because he was going to do this surgery, he was going to repair this thumb. I don't know how down on the low they were going to keep this. Not that it really matters, because if the front office wasn't too worried about it, then I don't think Rockets fans should be overly concerned if this is going to deter him throughout the regular season. And it's not. It's going to be something that he's going to repair, he's going to get better at. And it's good to see him take this step in that recovery process. And now there's one last quote I want to begin, just in case people are worried about timelines as to when to get fully healthy for next season. As Ben DeBose from Rockets Wire points out, saying, quote, training camps for the 2025-2026 NBA season won't open until around October 1st. So Durant still has nearly 3 months to let the thumb fully heal before there's any sort of meaningful basketball activity. And that is very important to note here. There is no rush to hurry back and, play basketball when you don't necessarily have to. Obviously, we're in the middle of July. There's a long way to go before next season. There's a lot of uh, rehab that Kevin Durant can do up until then. So, of course, you have a lot of time. It's July. October 1st is August, September, October. 3 months away. Sorry, I had to do the math there. It's 3 months away. You have time. You're okay. No need to rush anything. Take your time. Prepare for next season. Let it be known that you are making sure that your body is fit and ready to go for next season, where you are one of the favorites to win the NBA championship for the Rockets in the first time in over 30 years. And so it's all very, very exciting stuff. This injury seems to be a non issue. If anything else comes up of this, we will be sure to give you guys those updates immediately right here on this channel. We are covering the Houston Rockets all daily, every single week. We've got plenty of videos regarding summer leagues. If you want to check those out, we have everything right here on this channel. Again, this injury seems to be a non-issue, which is good news for Rockets fans. It's good news for Kevin Durant. Good news for everyone on the team, Rafael Stone, Ime Udoka. This is a good thing to happen, of making sure he is fully prepared for next season. With that, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Rockets Digest. We will be back. We will stay tuned for more videos. We've got you guys covered. And until then, I'll see you on the next one. I've been your host, Donovan Ricondo. Adios.